you learn to crochet? I learned from Claire, who lives in Australia, but I never stepped foot in that continent. Hey everybody, it's me, Margaret. I'm a Mississippi native transplanted to Atlanta, Georgia, where I sheepishly share things I love with you, and I love yarn crafts. Now, I learned from Clare, better known to most people as Bobwilson123 here on YouTube. And so oftentimes I hear people say, I'm self-taught by YouTube. Or I taught myself from YouTube. And actually we have to try to remember that there is a real live thinking, breathing, living person on the other side of that camera who spent a lot of time and effort teaching us to do these skills. And it was Claire who really got me started with the crochet. Now, I love to watch her hands because they were so graceful, and I was trying so hard to emulate the way she held her crochet hook and the way she did her left hand with the yarn, and I couldn't do that. And the reason why, and this may be common to a lot of people, I had bad habits ingrained. I had first picked up a crochet hook when I was like 10, 11, 12, something like that. And for some strange reason, that, however I held it back then, that's the way it stuck in my brain, and I could not manage to change as I spit that out. But anyway, it was Claire who taught me all the basics, like how to make a hat, for example. And you know, that turned out to be one of my favorite things to make ever in the whole world. So the other day I got to thinking, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube, and Claire herself, Bobwilson123, has a lot of tutorials on her channel. But I was thinking, I wonder what my top 5 tutorials would be. And so I started looking through a lot of those that she had done, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. Now, this first one is one that I still have. It's one of the very first completed projects that I ever crocheted, and I really, really like it. And as a matter of fact, I really still use it. It's called a Scoodie, and basically all it is a hood and a scarf in one. And it's wonderful because one of my favorite coats in the world does not have a hood. And I am not a huge hat wearer. Yes, I love to make hats. But I love hoods, and don't ask me why. That's just the way I am. My early videos are really horrible because I did not know how to edit, and I talk so slow. I didn't know how to speed myself up or anything. But I leave those old videos up because the projects on them are good. So if anybody has the patience to sit through those things, you're gonna find that my very first video ever has this in it. So this is special, kind of sentimental to me. And like in all my videos, any projects that I mention, I'll put them in the links to them in the description box below. Note that Claire herself has another hoodie pattern as well, but I'm going to link the one that I did. I also did another wonderful one by my friend Zoe. I'm not sure if Zoe has a tutorial on that. I'll have to look and see, but regardless, a hood with a scarf is clearly one of my favorite items. Now, going in no particular order, another one that I have yet to do, but is on my to-do list, is this little topper for a pumpkin, or at least that's what she called it. But it looks just like a stem and a leaf, and therefore, in my estimation, you can turn any hat into a berry or an apple or a pumpkin or a grape or something like that. So you could take whatever your favorite hat project is, hat pattern is rather, and you could just top it with a little green stem like this, and poof, you've got your own creation. I think that's clever, and I like the opportunity to be able to use my own creativity with a pattern too. So think about that. Now, I'm filming this in July of 2018, right in the heat of the summer, and I think a lot of people like to make bags in the summer. And this granny bottom bag, granny square bottom bag, I can't remember the exact name of it, it's a terrific pattern. I am not a granny square fan. I have never been excited about granny squares, but yet there's something about the way this bag looks. I'm really drawn to it. I started it, as a matter of fact. I was going to make it for my daughter because she liked the way it looked as well, and for whatever reason I never finished it, and I found the yarn not too long ago and I just took it all apart and said, you know, if I'm going to make this, I'm going to start all over again. But that's on my to-do list as well. Now the fourth thing that I really got excited about is something I did way back in 2013. Now Claire has a video for it's a headband that has a ponytail holder down at the bottom, so it's stretchy. That allows for a tighter fit. It also allows a little fudging if you're making it for someone and you don't know their exact size. It's just very versatile. Now, like any good teacher, Claire begins with the basics, and this particular video was about how to use the ponytail holder, how to make that fit into the project. You crochet around it essentially. So the rest of the project was just plain old basic double crochet. And that's walking before you run, so to speak. So then when I looked at this back in 2013, I went crazy with my crochet book. You know, that crochet stitch book that everybody tends to have? I have several of them. Well, I would find a stitch that I really, really liked, and then I would apply that concept and make different headbands based on, you know, that stretchy concept in the back. You can make them thin if you want to use them just to pull hair back. I use mine mostly for washing my face at night, and I just pull my hair back with them. But you can make them different widths to warm your ears, make them as ear warmers. It's very versatile. It can make it what you want, and that's what I love about a basic project. So I'm going to link that down below because that's one you don't want to miss as well. How do you like me as a brunette? This wig cracks me up. I had to make it just because I think it's funny. And now this is not Claire's pattern, but she does demo it. She does do a tutorial for it. When I link the tutorial, you'll be able to see the written pattern down below. But this is a bow that you make that goes on the top, and I just haven't gotten to that point yet. But basically it's done flat. You seam it up in the back, and then you have a wig. And you can see the crazy colored ones, which I think were adorable, but I had so much brown, I thought, shoot, let me see what I look like as a brunette. Now it's a lot of single crochet, so if you don't like single crochet, you probably won't enjoy doing this. And when you go to close the top, can you see that? It's a very large closure. I actually haven't secured it. I can get it a little bit smaller, but then it gathers when you pull it smaller. That's fine. It's not going to make any difference, and especially not when you get the bow on the top. Nobody's going to notice. So you've got to be able to not take yourself seriously with this wig. But with, you know, here it is July. If you're thinking about Halloween, or maybe you're into cosplay or something like that, this is a great little wig. It just cracks me up. So those are my top 5 Bobwilson123 tutorials, and if you've got some more that I didn't mention, put them down in the description box below, because we love to check out new things. If you have any questions or comments, put those in the description box below, and remember, be kind to one another even if you disagree on stuff. We'll talk to you soon. Bye!